Last week at Royal Cornwall Show, I exposed that all new cars look shit and they all look the same, and it depressed me. So this week I thought, what about the humble estate car? Because everything's SUV these days and they all look the same and they're all shit. Whereas estates used to be the old SUVs, and are they becoming an extinct species? So I thought I'd have a look and see what was available on the electric market. Now, I love an estate. I've had a few. Vectra, A4, A6, V40, BMW 320, Golf. Golf estate, that was a weird one. Don't know why I had that. I think it was something to do with the X. Anyway, and the mighty Vauxhall Amiga, one of the greatest cars I've ever owned. It was ace. I paid 500 quid for it. One owner from new. Bought it from a bloke in Plymouth. Come with a folder of history like that. Folded the seats down and managed to get a two-seater sofa in the back of it and shut the tailgate down. Now that's a proper car. Anyway, and then obviously you've got your classic estates, your RS6 Avant and your M5 Touring, your Volvo T5, and all those great estates that blew the shit out of anything else and still look like you were being sensible. So I thought, let's have a look and see what's available in the electric market now, and how many people are still making estates. So, top 10, here we go. First up, they're in alphabetical order, so it's not a top 10 from 1 to 10, it's just a list, and they're in alphabetical order because that's the way Auto Trader works. First up, the Audi A6 e-tron. Now, I can't get on with any Audi electric car. Everyone I've driven has been completely uninspiring, completely boring to drive. You get no feel from it. It's just dull. So the thought of paying 84 grand for one, 88 4. Luckily, because it's an electric car, naturally there's a huge discount on it. 14 grand in this case. You can have one for 70 grand for an Audi A6 estate, essentially. And it's not even, performance wise, it's not even anything mind blowing. In fact, I'd probably say the RS6 is quicker, which I don't know whether it's less money or more money. I should have worked that bit out. I don't know what an RS6 is these days. I would imagine it's more than 70 grand though. So that's Audi out the window. Still, BMW, they've made some great estates in their time. I wonder if BMW still do an estate. Yes, they do. Just the one. The BMW i5. I mean, no. Just no. Look at it. Look at it. Just no. No. There's nothing redeeming about it. It's like looking at a woman in a pub and thinking, yeah, but, she's got nice... No, they're not that nice. What's her arse? No, that's not nice. Well, maybe she smells nice. No, she don't smell nice. There are no redeeming features. There's nothing. And she's drinking Pernod, so her breath smells as well. So that's that out the window. Though, 88 grand on the road. 88 grand for a fucking 5 Series estate. 88 grand. But yet again, of course, it's a milkfloat, so you can have 18 grand off that and you can have it for 70. 70! It's still 70 grand for what is basically a bog standard 5 Series. And then, there's a big jump in the alphabet. From C all the way to P. So you get to P, nothing in between. No manufacturers are banging out estates. C, D, so that's Citroen, Dacia, Ford, Fiat, Great Wall, Chrysler, go back to C, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Honda, Jaguar. Jaguar aren't producing anything, are they? But nevertheless, you've got to get to P. And the worst thing about getting to P is it's a Peugeot 308e. or it's an SW. Got a nice big bit of glass in the roof. But apart from that, it is the Stellantis electric car. It is the Stellantis battery. It is one of the worst things ever invented in the world ever. After coleslaw. I fucking hate coleslaw. But I suppose its redeeming feature is it's only 43 grand. But, so hang on. Even with a discount, which takes it down to 32 grand, 11 grand off, because it's an electric car, so you got 20% off, 25% off. Naturally, because, you know, you can't sell a new electric car without giving it a massive discount to get it out the door. So, even though it's only 32 grand, and it's a Peugeot 308e, you're still going to have to pay the expensive car tax on it for 5 years, because its RRP is 43. Oh, man. I mean, I said the BMW didn't have any redeeming features. It's still got one more than the same as the Peugeot 308. The 308 has no less redeeming features. That's not possible. I mean, that's just lunacy. That stopped me in my tracks. I hadn't thought about the expensive car tax before. Next, which obviously is the best one of the lot if you were going to have one. But then again, if you watch any of MacMaster's videos, you wouldn't be having one, because it's the Porsche Taycan. Now, the thing is with the Porsche Taycan, it is quick in a straight line. It does go. But the problem is, the ones that I've driven didn't stop. And other Taycan owners I've spoken to have had issues with the brakes being spongy. Now, it's all very well having a car that does 0 to 100 in 6 seconds. But if it does 100 to 0 in half a week, that's not really conducive to a good driving experience, or indeed any safety element. And then, of course, there's the eye-watering price of £118,000. Luckily, this one's got a shitload of discount on it, so you can have it for 89. Still 89 grand. It's still a Porsche Taycan, but nevertheless, and it is technically an estate. Then we move on to number 5. A Vauxhall Astra. Which weirdly, I quite like, because it still looks like a Vauxhall Astra. They haven't made any attempt here to make it look like the BMW i5 and give it a stupid grille, or give it like spokeless wheels or all the rest of it. They haven't done any of that. It just goes to Vauxhall Astra. You put battery in it. That'll do. Yeah, bang it out. Bang it out cheap. Though it's not as cheap as the Peugeot. It's the same car. Exactly the same car, different badge. It's like buying an Hitachi telly or a Seisho telly from Curry's in the 80s. Ask your dads. Or indeed ask your sons. my age gap is widening on my demographic. 42 grand brand new, only down to 35. One of the worst discounts I've seen on a milkfloat. Shocking. And then we get to number 6, the Volkswagen ID.7. Now, my opinion of Volkswagen ID range is well documented. There are videos after videos of me driving this utter shit down the road. This grey, plastic, dull, boring. People that invented the Golf GTI have invented this car. They are hateful. They are awful. They are 55 grand brand new. 55 grand. Even worse discount than the, what was that thing? The Astra. Only 5 grand off. Still 50 grand. Now, why? Why? So I can't find a redeeming feature in any of these estate cars. And do you know what the problem is? There is no top 10. It's only 6. There are only 6 manufacturers in Britain selling estate cars. That's it. That's your choice. If you want an estate, that's your choice. Otherwise, if you want the practicality of boot space, etc., you got to buy yourself an SUV. And then you got to look like everybody else. And I think the time has come. This is like that moment on Top Gear where they said goodbye to the Ford saloon because Ford were going to stop making saloons, and everyone cried over the Montego STs and that lot, and the Sierra and the Cortina and the Escort and everything that went before it. And I think we've come to this point now where we're going to have to say goodbye to the estate car. I think it's going to be a thing of the past, rightly or wrongly. In my opinion, wrongly, because there's some beautiful estate. I mean, look at the Volvo 850 T5 when it was done in the Securicore livery for touring cars in late 80s, early 90s. What a thing that was. What a thing. An estate car racing round a track. Yes, that was what... See, that's nostalgia. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe the estate car is just nostalgia. And we all have to accept the fact that we're getting older. Cars are moving on. And I'll tell you the other thing they don't do. I was going to do a video on this, but I couldn't. Coupes. There's nothing. There is not. There are two coupes. One of them is this tiny little bumblebee thing that they're calling a coupe, which is smaller than a smart car. It's not a coupe. And the other one's a Rolls Royce for 160 grand. They're the only people making an electric coupe. The coupe. I mean, for me, that's worse than the estate. I love a coupe. I love my 645. I even love my Peugeot 407 coupe. I love that car. I don't care what people say about it. 2.7 diesel V6, heavier than most milk floats. It's like 2.7 ton, I think it was. It's probably a kilo for every cc. Double glazed doors that weighed the same as a skip. And I loved it. I absolutely loved that car. And some pensioner drove into it and wrote it off. I mean, I did all right out of it, don't get me wrong. And I naturally had whiplash. Cashed in there. So that's it. So I think, you know, we're going to have to resign ourselves to the fact that estates and coupes are going to be a thing of the past. Whether people want them or not. I mean, I haven't checked out the petrol and diesel market, but from an electric point of view, if what my evangelist friends keep telling me, that by 2030, there will be nothing on the road but electric. They are taking over. We're just going to say goodbye to coupes and estates forever. And be left with a load of generic shit instead. SUVs everywhere. Mini SUVs, big SUVs. SUVs on steroids. Even minis on steroids. Mini SUVs on steroids. Just a lot of minis, SUVs and steroids. And no estates. And there's Annabelle. She's alright. T1R. She's alright. Me neighbours are alright. God dear, I got totally depressed then, didn't I? Well, anyway, have a lovely weekend. Farewell to the estate car. I loved you, and I will continue to love you. Maybe I should start collecting them then, because they're going to be gone soon, and there'll be none left. Future my arse.